Welcome to the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship 2016. We're coming to you live from Löfbergs Arena in Karlstad, Sweden. Karlstad, the capital of this region called Värmland. My name is Sara Karlsson, and I am joined again by expert and all-knowing about curling, Sander Röllvåg. We're going to bring you the live game between Scotland and Czech Republic. Scotland with their first win against Russia. Czech Republic lost their first game playing Estonia. You see the standings here in this group. 6 groups in mixed doubles, 42 teams in total. It's Estonia on top with 2 wins. Scotland still undefeated, Brazil on 1-1, Wales on 1-1. Czech Republic, Qatar and Russia with losses, all of them in their first. Lineup for Scotland is Bruce Mowat and Gina Aitken with coach David Aitken.
And in our lineup for Czech Republic, we have Jiří Sandra and Anna Kubešková, team coach Karel Kubeska. And the rules of play for mixed doubles, we have 2 players, 1 male, 1 female, 6 stones per team, where 1 is pre-placed. 8 ends of play, 22 minutes of thinking time per team. You either play stones number 1 and 5 or the stones 2, 3 and 4. And players are allowed to switch positions between ends if they feel like things aren't quite working out. Although we see most teams keep to the same positions for the most part. Both players can sweep, and holding the broom is optional, so no need for a skip at the head. There's no takeouts until the 4th stone of each end. So thumb rule there is just to count how many stones are in play. If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stones in play, you're now allowed to hit stones. And there's 1 power play option per team per game. Now that's a little bit confusing for some newcomers, but we'll sure be able to explain what's going on as we get underway.
Yeah, you see the first pre-placed stones here. As I said, I'm Sara Karlsson, and by my side, expert Sander Röllvåg. Teams are just shaking hands, getting ready to hit the ice. There was practice and a last stone draw, which Czech Republic won. They came closest, so they will have hammer in the first end. We saw Scotland in their first game really convincing, playing Russia. Czech Republic not really finding the ice in the first game. What do you expect out of this game, Sander?
I think we're going to see a good game today. I know Scotland's a solid team. I think the Czech Republic have a lot more curling in them than they were able to show yesterday. I'd probably pin Scotland as favourites, but in mixed doubles play, I haven't seen them play this format too many games, so it is a bit hard to tell. Scotland will have to start. Czech Republic has a hammer, so slight advantage for them, but I still think Scotland might pull this one.
You see the pre-placed stones there, a little bit different from previous years. That yellow one is now in the back of the forefoot rather than just back of T-line. So teams will have to choose, are they going to come all the way down and freeze, which will leave room for your opponent, or maybe just draw one and sit in front of the T-line, which I think more teams would prefer. As Gina Aitken for Scotland gets ready in the hack, and she's going to deliver the first stone of this game.
Didn't give it much. Yep, then. Take a look, line's pretty big still. Stay inside. It's swinging, swinging now. Swinging now. Yep. Oh.
And she's going to start off pretty good. Ideal might be just in front of the T-line. She comes to the back of it. What would you prefer, Sander?
I think maybe top button, but you know, haven't been able to see that many championships. It's quite a new rule still, so I think I'm still taking my time to figure out what I like best.
Anna Kubešková gonna follow this down. think she wouldn't mind coming all the way down to the red. That would leave her shot stone on the button, pretty much. Over curls a little bit, but still in a good place in front of the red. And here you see Bruce Mowat for Scotland. And he's played the mixed doubles a few times. Didn't see them last year as it was the McClearys, but they did fairly well in Dumfries. So a lot of experience in mixed doubles play for this team.
Yeah, made the quarterfinals back in 2013, just losing out to Sweden. And Bruce Mowat himself, world junior champion not too long ago, Tornby, Denmark. Just a month ago, really.
Yeah, and here is Jiri Sandra for Czech Republic.
He's been about a few years as well. Maybe his biggest accomplishment is a bronze medal from the 2011 Winter University Games in Erzurum, Turkey.
And I don't think he could have come any closer to that guard. Just takes it. Look at this. It's not a lot, but enough to just change the direction slightly. And he'll roll his shooter out. And I think Scotland have elected to play the in-off off of it.
Yeah, because it's super straight.
I don't think Scotland wants too many yellow stones in the house, and also that's maybe a stone the Czech Republic can use to come off of. So if you are correct, they will be removing it.
This looks like a draw, though.
Yeah, it sure does.
Makes it a little bit more difficult for us as commentators sometimes, this new rule when you don't need a skip.
Well, I think you probably make more draws than hits in mixed doubles. So sometimes you'll see teams just stick to the drawing game all the way through.
So Bruce will come all the way down to the yellow one and sits on a good angle because that looked like it was quite easily going to be tapped up by Czech Republic, and they're now going to come on the outturn side as well.
Yeah, it's kind of angling that yellow stone away from the button as well.
But there is a pocket there. Maybe just need to adjust the ice a little bit now. Sandra.
Jiri was never able to break through in men's play, having the foursome of Jiří Snitel and his brother really dominating the Czech Republic curling scene for a number of years. He did join David Seek as a fifth at the Europeans back in 2005, though, in Garmisch-Partenkirchen.
Yeah. Touch more wouldn't hurt, but they would be fine.
Bruce Mowat still with the draw.
7.
Gonna try and lock that yellow one in. Hopefully force Czech Republic to score one and then get hammer in the second end. But over curling this, and we'll actually double tap a little bit. Actually, I think they've done enough to now leave Czech Republic sitting 2. It's a little unfortunate there. Got a little over curl. And Jiri might be able to close the path into the forefoot and the button here completely if they sink a third one in there. This is going to pull up short. Now the question is, can Scotland get to the inside of that yellow? I don't think so.
Hey, back ring, because the point is just to get here. Don't take that out. No, you stay there.
So just back ring and try and sit next to the shot stone, get a second one in there. Can't throw too much weight because they won't. Don't think they can see enough.
I think maybe this is the kind of shot that Scotland were struggling a little bit with yesterday on our broadcast. Very good with the draws, and then as soon as they're playing like board, barrier weight, seem to maybe overthrow them a wee bit and they just hang outside. Often miss on the high side, so we'll see if they've been able to readjust. So I'm tracking a wee bit too, sweeping all the sweeping with the curl to get some finish, as this one will go past the guard by quite some margin, hit the high side again.
Stop.
Kind of like, yeah, I was touching on.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It seems like those shots, we've seen more teams struggle with them both today and yesterday. Just those in-between shots a little more difficult when you don't have your sweepers as you're used to. So it is Anna Kubeshkova back in the hack, and this will be the final stone of the first end. Chance for Czech Republic to score as many as 3. Looks like they still need to work this for weight, but and it will pull up short. So 2 yellow for Czech Republic. Quite a good start for them here in the first end. There you see it after one end. It's Czech Republic up to nothing. So just a 1 minute break and we will be back with the second end of play. So starting off the second end is again Anna Kubeshkova. This time, of course, Scotland with the hammer. So it's now Czech Republic that needs to get a good draw in there. She was a little short on her last one in the first end. Looks like she's got more weight now. And they will too come all the way back.
think I've seen that shot being over-curled a lot. I wonder if rather being just a tiny bit tight, so if they're all heavy, they can tap the red, like the back four stone on the nose, rather than come up a little bit heavy and wide and kind of slip off on the high side.
Yep, then, yep.
Yeah, I think you're right, Sander. We've seen a lot of shots actually over curl a little bit and just sit next to the pre-placed stone.
Yep. High. High.
There's also a lot of swing on the ice, of course. So this one also just over curling a tad. We'll punch that yellow stone out of the forefoot, but the shooter slips to the back four, so a bit of a wall for Czech Republic to draw into. Just put a stone in the forefoot anywhere in front. It'd be hard to remove with those two reds as backing. And you'll see Anna Kobeshka take quite a lot of ice for this draw.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of room for them. If this one has the power to come all the way down into the forefoot. Still it leaves two red counters, but that's certainly in a very usable spot. It can be promoted, and it will also maybe be a little bit in the way for Scotland if they now want to draw.
It's up to you. I mean, either it's kind of the same. Touch the guard, but I don't know if it moved. You don't get to go about the top letter. It's awkward.
Tak pojď sem. Spíš pojďte sem. OK. Bojím, že to je dost riskantní. Bych hrál draw takhle jako zatočí na ten tapback. Co myslíš? Když draw odsaď, nebo draw odsaď. No, můžeme frižovat tenhle ten zevnitř, taky to bude docela dobrý. Ale když ho posunul do strany a rohoval dovnitř, taky je to dobrý. No a pak budeme těžko posouvat ten náš. Když tady nedotočíš, tak můžeš nabídnout double. Jasně. Když tady prostě bude aspoň komora, tak to pořád bude. Jo, a chceš to teda hrát jako draw nebo jako výzkum? Draw plus. Tak to stejně, ale pojďme. Jo? Radši jo. Jakože backline? Jo. A pomůže nám to k něčemu? Nezablokujeme si tam ten jediný, který se dá posouvat? Ten náš? No. Ne.
So backline would mean some sort of tap back.
No, k tomu červenému jsem právě nechce hrát nic.
Maybe try and come to the nose of the red and push it back.
Pojďte na tu backline a vysuneme ho pryč.
Dobře.
Jo?
Yep.
Pro?
Yep. A ne víc, jo?
Ne,
Když to bude mít, tak to nevadí.
Jasně.
Do you think they would like to keep their shooter where they can promote that one as well?
Čekej. Druhá. Venku.
Je to menší.
Venku oni.
Je to menší, Jirko.
No i to nevadí. Jsme úplně široko, hrozně široko.
Ten náš.
I'm not sure if that's going to do them all that good. We'll see Bruce Mount already lining up this double. Catch the shooter, the one that the Czech Republic just played. Maybe just thin half or so with some up weight. kind of punch your own red sideways and get that yellow stone top 4 moving as well.
Sorry?
Hit the one. I just think it'll roll. Like it'll start rolling.
Yeah, just wondering, just make sure you catch enough of it so that it pushes that one back, the yellow back.
I'll try and hit the inside one then. Hit that one
Are
first.
you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm good.
So now maybe looking to make a play onto the red stone first. Instead, catch that one thin.
Whoa.
Make the double that way.
Swing.
Close. Yep. Yep.
I'm guessing this should be fairly good. And it does get rid of both of the yellows. Leaves the shooter as 4th shot. And I guess it's still that little problem with there being a wall of red stones just behind the tee line. It's a good shot though by Bruce.
It was like a gymnastic.
A chceš to hrát jako draw nebo jako takeout?
Nikdo? Když se posadíš dobře do té kapsy, tak je to v pohodě.
OK, tak já to budu hrát z téhle, už ji znám.
I think I like the draw here. Come down to the 2 reds. There's quite a big area where you could stick your shooter and limit scoring for Scotland.
Taha byla dobrá.
I think they were also talking about the option of hitting. This though looks like the outturn draw from Jiri Sandra.
Jo. Tak druhá.
Need to curl enough to get in between the hole. And they will just get enough. And that's a really nice draw. So I think Scotland not just going to play the straight freeze here. They're going to try and tap it back a little bit, get rid of the backing, possibly create enough room for
Do you
them
want to get up the nose or do you want to roll it?
to get a multiple score then on Gina's last.
You don't want to roll much because you want to lash out.
Right. I could go a little.
Yep. Hard.
Well, this one really getting close to that center guard, and I think it's going to be all over it. Let's see, big mistake from Bruce Mowat.
Great with her, Ray. Where were you, Amy?
So, chance for the Czech Republic to maybe tie up the game here with a score of a couple. It's kind of hard to draw in there though, with both these, oh, pardon me, maybe steal to increase their lead, I guess.
That's what you meant all along. We all know that.
Yeah, of course it was. Yeah, no, these guards are sort of in the way because they're both blocking off the natural out-turn and in-turn path. So it might be a little hard to kind of lock it in the top of the 4.
I think they might be guarding this actually.
Yeah, it might just be an easier way of doing it. We're down to the last stone here, so throw a tight guard, maybe in just top 12 or something. It'd be hard for Scotland to score.
4-1.
Dobrý, čistě zatím, čistě jenom. Yep.
Už je dobrý. Je už z toho víc asi nevymáčkne. Dobrý.
So she's found the center line, guards the shot stone, and it's not going to be really easy for Scotland to to play this draw, they might need to put a little more weight and try and come to the nose with some sort of tap.
Nebo 4-0. On bych nerad spekuloval. Tam hodí takovou jako takový board. Mohla by ten žlutý jako vysunout, no.
So this will be the final stone of the second end. It's Gina Aitken for Scotland.
Outside.
The chance to maybe reduce, come a little bit closer to Czech Republic.
This one is hanging out there though, Sarah.
Yeah, she's not going to find the hole, and Czech Republic, they will steal 1 point. They will now be up 3-0 after 2 ends.
Okay, better on this time.
Yep.
Ne, já jenom, aby si o tom věděla. Taky má váhy dost, bych řekl. To je 70.
64% for Anna Kubeškova. I think
Potřebuji nechat hodně zbrzdit.
it's pretty good. It's their second game, and we expect numbers to get a little bit higher when players get used to the ice. There are 4 more games going on this afternoon. Sander, would you care to give us an update, please?
Abychom měli úhel
Oh, I sure can. We have Korea, Slovenia displaying next to our sheet, and it's Korea up 3-1 after 2 ends of play. Turkey's taking on Romania on the center court. Turkey is up 4-0 after 2 ends. And between Belarus and the Netherlands, it's all tied up at 1 each. And on sheet A, the official score has not hit the board yet, but Japan scored 1 in the first, and Norway scored big in the second. I think it was maybe a 4. We'll come back to that in a few moments.
Yes, Gina has a bit of a mistake there, coming all the way through with her draw.
I got 3.
You might have to sit for this, Sarah. Well, you are. That's good. Norway scored 5.
It's almost as good as you can possibly do in mixed doubles.
Jako rychlejší.
I'm not sure if we have seen the score of 6 yet.
Ne, je dobrý.
It's hard to keep an eye on all 5 games for every draw, of course, but
Takže teď to začíná se rozjíždět.
I believe it has happened on occasion.
Bude to super.
I'm sure it will happen at some point this week.
Yeah, we see big scores in mixed doubles so much more often than you do in a regular game of curling. And Scotland, they're going to need a big score now to catch up and even things out in this game against the Czech Republic. Czech Republic with a really nice draw there to the top 4 foot. And 65% for Bruce.
Yep.
He had a couple of really good shots in the first game against Russia. He was also struggling a little bit with what you said, Sander, the hack and board weights. And now he's going to catch the center guard.
Well, it's not all that bad.
No.
They have last stone, they've opened up the front. I believe they were able to spin the shooter into the house there, so 2 reds in play. And something the Czech Republic's going to have to consider.
Yeah, Karel Kubeška is considering it right now, I think. father of Anna and also a long-time coach of Czech Republic curling.
Kolik budeš hrát?
9,5.
To asi bude točit, ne? Bych řekla.
Áno, většinou.
And Jiri Sandra is just going to take away the back red here. Sit 3, going a little more defensive. Of course, the option would be to guard the 2 yellows. But 3 points up on the board. Be pretty happy to just let Scotland score 1.
Točilo víc, než jsem čekal, no.
Depends a little on if that red stone to the side hangs on or not.
Tréninku to točilo hodně.
Jo. Já jsem... Ale nebylo to
And
dost.
here, David Aitken,
Nechtěl přehnat.
father of Gina Aitken. And I believe you have some fun facts about him, Sander.
Well, he won the World Junior Championship in 1986, beating Kevin Martin in the final. So that was good fun.
Of course, we weren't there for that, but I'm sure it was.
I was in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, or
Turn a little.
Halifax,
Do you want me to swing it?
pretty much.
Yep, swing.
You got it. I'll put a weak second. They'd probably go just sit somewhere back.
So making a hit out in the wing here.
No, nedotočí, co?
Moc ne?
Going really wide here. It's just going to get a piece of the 1 red, and that will fly,
O, mnohem rovněji,
leaving
než
1
jsem
red
čekal.
in the house.
Yeah, so now we're down to a more
Kolik to bylo?
traditional end of curling where Scotland can split the rings, try and sit 2 and score a deuce that way.
Well, they wouldn't have drawn too many stones to the wing. I'm sure they should try that in practice to have any clue of the speed down here, but
Keep an eye on
should
it.
be
One or two lines.
should be close. Sounds close. They're not really
You
panicking
can do
here.
it, be good.
Just want to keep them level.
Looks like they're going to be really level. It's a great shot.
Yeah, but I wonder if there's a chance to. Well, I was going to say play the hit and roll off of that stone in behind the guard. Maybe lie shot stone, make it a little more difficult for Scotland to get there too. But Czech Republic will just make the easier shot and hit the open one. I guess they can afford to try and roll in towards the forefoot and try and get shot stone at least for Scotland to make a hit rather than draw.
Už by tam náhodou přicházel roll, tak dej pozor, ono v tom konci asi bude větší swing, tak si to nenech utéct. Ale hlavně hit. Devět.
Whoa! Whoa! Move it!
To je fajn, dobrý.
Well, actually call on the sweeping there for a moment, so maybe not curling as much out in the wing. Maybe just being a little bit safe, feeling, sometimes you play a hit
Co dávat teda?
out in the wild,
Chápu, ale
out in the rough. You think, oh, it might be a little frosty, you might catch some curl, which you've seen so many times in the past, and you're all a bit scared, just want to keep it straight, just keep the brooms down. Just overswept that a wee bit, and leaves a full open draw for Gina Aitken to score 2.
Yeah, it was always going to be a pretty straightforward draw, a no sit though, so no harm done. And Bruce Mowat not touching this draw yet from Gina. Needs to sit anywhere in the paint. And now it's Sandra with the mission of getting it out, and he will be successful. So that will be a missed opportunity for Scotland, and they will pick up just their one. After 3 ends of play, it's still Czech Republic leading the game, now 3 shots to 1.
Okay. Just tell me to take a minute before I...
It's fine, just lock this one on, I think.
Yeah. What'd you get for that?
03. Well, it wasn't that positive, but 03, so 20's going to get there.
Okay.
Sure, so just take your time. Yeah, good.
Normal. It's a little bit wider than before, so make sure.
Okay.
So here we are with the 4th end of the game between
Take a look.
Scotland and Czech Republic. It is Czech Republic that's been
Sorry.
on top of the game so far. Just a little better with their stone placement, and also Scotland with a few unlucky key shots.
My bad.
This one coming a little too deep from Gina. Bruce Mowat just over sweeping it a tiny bit. It's still in an acceptable spot though. I think Scotland really going to try and get a steal or at least a force in this end.
Jsem 92.
To mělo být fajn, ne?
Myslím, že jo.
Vidět, že nejede, ale asi to není pravda.
No, já si taky myslím. Ty? Ty.
No, nemůžu.
Já myslím, že můžeš. Pojď, zameď ho, neboj se. Pojď, hard. Ještě.
And this looks like a really great draw,
Krásný kámen, výborně.
and it definitely is. It's on a good angle and right on the button.
Yeah. What did you get? Yeah, come on. Mine. Watch the line for me.
Yeah, mine.
Go then. Hard.
So what do you think Scotland's going to need to do in this end?
Well, sometimes you can
Quite a nice week.
complicate it and explain it, but sometimes you can also say just make a few more shots, which is always tempting to just say that, but just make a couple more key shots, and it's just, you know, again, stone placement. It's so key in mixed doubles more than anything, just to get the right angles and set it up properly, and then be able to make the big shot and everything to, yeah, to
Myslím, že jsem tak 4.
Zatím nic, jsem hodně
I
venku.
mean, utilize your setup.
Koukej na směr.
Jsem maličký, je to 3.
I wouldn't say Czech Republic's outplaying them too much at the moment. Just a few shots here and there. I mean, anything can change really. It's just a 2-point deficit. It's not very much in mixed doubles curling. We saw Brazil score 4 on the first end in our previous broadcast, and they ended up losing 9 shots to 5.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Sander. If there's any form of curling where you can catch up and score multiple points, it's mixed doubles for sure.
Close.
Okay, wait
Yep.
to right.
Whoa.
It's already looking like it's going to be really difficult to get that shot stone off the button.
It's on the guards again.
Because it depends a little bit on whether Scotland's going to want to just force Czech Republic to their one, or what the goal is for the teams here.
There's middle eight. Middle 12.
Myslíš, že to mám hrát jako outturn? Že po té čáře si to bude líp hlídat?
Myslím, že ne.
Ne? A jakou váhou?
I think Czech Republic with
Chceš?
pretty much a nose hit or a little to the inside of the red one here can
Ať to zevnitř nevadí.
spill both the reds and sit 3.
Yep. Hard! 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 Hard on you, please!
Definitely can, but I think this one starting to overcurl on them. And it's actually going to catch the guard. That's kind of shot that if you make it, really change the end, and it looked really hard for Scotland. Now they're just going to try and have to take that shot away from the Czech Republic by throwing a guard. Sometimes you only get that one chance in mixed doubles to make that shot.
Don't mind out turn, actually. Do you like that?
The same. Nice weight. 3, 4,
Whoa.
3,
Over and up. Over and up.
2,
Sit.
1.
Sit.
She's asking for this to sit down as it goes sideways. Might have done the job though. I think Czech Republic is now looking at their run back to use their own yellow. It's hard to get that on the same perfect line.
Nevím, jestli to je plejtvání, ale přijde mi to, že jsme trochu jako hamty. Vedeme o 2. A mohlo by se to pokazit.
There you see the time clocks above David Aitken's head. Both teams have 22 minutes of thinking time.
Yeah, I think Czech Republic spending a bit of time here. 22 minutes separated, well, divided by 2 halves of the game. You should have 11 minutes for the second half, ideally. And now just about to spend more than half here in the first 4 ends. And sometimes you like to have a little more extra time for the last couple of ends. Still have that timeout left though. So no big worries, but need to keep it in mind.
And I believe this is just a drop. I'm going to try and get another one in there, if it's possible.
Jdem do kruhu. Wow. Aha, tak nic. Počkej, tak možná k němu.
Looks like, oh, they've got good line, and I think he managed to also save the stone. That's a really, really nice shot. I do still think it is Scotland with second stone.
Vůbec mě nenapadlo, že to dojede tak daleko.
Já jsem říkala, že to
Jede.
jede hodně rovně.
Jo. Já jsem mu dal hodně rotace, ale že to dojede takhle jsem nečekal. Ten let je opravdu hodně teplý.
Ale já asi pojedu.
Horší. Špatně, jo? Je to málo? Máme málo.
Jo, je to málo. Uvidím teda, kam to hodí, a když tak...
Tam máme jedna, jo?
Okay, try into the inside of that red.
No, just go outside, just outside edge of there.
Okay.
I went centre 12.
20. Be quick. Let's do it. Might
weight.
feel a little big.
Good weight though.
On the outside.
This will be the final
Yep.
stone for
Yep.
Scotland
Hard. Keep
for
it
the
going.
halftime break.
Hard. Hard. Go, go, go. Hard.
Going to try and just keep Czech Republic to scoring the one, get their hammer back.
Sorry, I panicked.
So they've covered the run back, I think.
Jo, jo, já potřebuji ho jenom jako
Might
škrtnout.
be possible for Anna Kubeshkova to play the same shot they just did and just push that yellow one in a tiny bit further. Might be enough to score their two.
Looks like that's what they're going for here.
Yep. Hard! 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 Great.
I'm not quite sure if they have enough weight to do it though.
Of course, they need to be careful because you don't really want to push your red one, your yellow one too far.
So measure, one for sure.
Probably as good as she could make it.
Two. Two or measure. Okay, two.
To our measure, there's
Good negotiation skills by
Yes.
Jiří.
Promiň za ten gard.
so Czech Republic will move ahead even more with that score of 2, and they will go into the halftime break 5-1 against Scotland. Players will have a 5-minute break, and we will be back just before the second half. Sanders going to give you the highlights from this game between Scotland and Czech Republic.
So taking a look at some of the highlights from those first 4 ends between Scotland and the Czech Republic. It's Anna Kubeshkova with the draw just coming up short, but with them already lying 2. They will be 2 up after 1 end of play. In the second, it's Czech Republic lying 1. And Scotland with Gina Aiken's out-turn draw, trying to get to the 1 foot, but hangs high, catches the corner guard, and it's a steal of 1 for the Czechs. They're up 3 after 2 ends. Scotland were forced to 1 in the third. We hop along to the 4th. It is Czech Republic lying 1, and Anna Kubeshkova looking to make a tiny little tap to get second shot, and they will get it. So after 4 ends of play, Czech Republic up by 4, 5 shots to 1.
And as we're just about to start the second half of the game, Sander, can you tell us about the other scores?
I sure can. We have Korea playing Slovenia. Korea still in the driving seat there, picking up a score of 4 in the 4th end, leading at 7 shots to 2. Turkey dominating Romania 7-0 after 4 ends. It's a lot more close fought on sheet B. Belarus and the Netherlands tied at 3 each, and on sheet A, Norway, having scored 5 in the second, are in control. They've traded a few singles, so the scoreline there now is 6 shots to 2 for Norway over Japan.
And we are back with our featured matchup, which is between Czech Republic and Scotland. Czech Republic up 5-1, and this is Anna Kubeshkova, female player for Czech Republic. Really nice little tap she made with her final shot in the previous end. Wasn't much room, and she definitely didn't overthrow it. She just managed to wiggle that one into the 1 foot circle. And she comes down with a good freeze tap here. But still electing to come all the way to the back stone. There is still the button available for Scotland and Gina Aitken.
Weight's good.
Not too positive. Make sure. Line's nice. Stay inside. Stay inside.
Weight's real
Yep.
good.
Scotland with a
Great,
little
good.
catching up to do here.
Yep. Hard. Hard.
Still to use her power play though, of course.
Nice shot.
Pretty good draw here from Gina Aiken.
Yeah, just over there.
Again, just over curling a tad. I've seen that many times. Easy, Sandra will throw the in-turn. Seems to have quite the solid slide. It's very steady. It's like a machine.
It's exactly what you want in curling. Very steady slide.
Yeah, it doesn't move about very much. Just very well balanced coming out the hack. Of course, draw weight essential and mixed doubles, and this one just pulling up a bit short. Still usable though, top 12. I think most of the time, or at least in this case, dropping it top 12 is better. Probably better than putting it back 12.
Definitely, especially since it's still in the open, so they can use it.
Yeah. Hard. Hard.
And this one again, just really curling from Bruce Mowat.
Yeah, Bruce Mowat not really on point today, I think. He's been crashing on a few guards and coming up short and on a few draws. You have to probably expect more from him. Being world champion, the juniors, as a skip. Of course, relying on 2 strong sweepers for every shot. Not only for the sweeping, but also for feedback. It is different to play mixed doubles.
Looks like some better line from Sandra here. make it curl as much as possible, and that is a really, really nice shot. Of course, Scotland's behind by 4, so they're going to want to score more than 1. I think Bruce now going to try and come to the nose of the yellow, push it back a little bit. They need to find room somewhere if they're going to score 2 or more.
Can we just swing it?
No, line's good though.
Waits up a bit.
Oh, then right off. Right off, G. Oh, you're kidding me, right?
They wanted to come to nose. It was a risky shot. They've actually pushed their own shot stone back, and their shooter is now lined up with the yellow, so not the best result there.
Jestli můžeš vyveď ho, jsem úzká.
Jo.
Dobrý.
Je to jenom 2.
Nevadí,
Spíš tak jako 1 plus 2.
nevadí.
Dobrý, hezky jsi to viděla.
Já nevím, kolik to je teda, jo.
Kolik tam
So
stojí?
just
Mám tucha.
throwing the guard here.
Jich jedna nebo naše jedna.
Looks really hard for Scotland
Uvidíme.
to build something here.
Cože?
Došly mi
Can you
kameny.
take the double up fish and then just move things?
Yeah.
We need more space.
Yeah. The only thing is with that, you're not leaving yourself with a shot for a big end, like for a 2.
Yeah, but we need to get something.
Okay. I don't know what it's... Not really.
Unless you want to go for that.
Just running in there.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Quite risky, but
Huh?
quite risky, but if you want to go for it, I don't mind. At least it opens it up.
Yeah. To get as close to that guard as possible, might take that away.
Okay.
If they miss their guard or their draw, you might have that for 2 or 3.
Okay. Go for it. Just here.
So going for the run back here on the stone top 12, and I believe they're
I think if you
trying to
find
catch the
yourself
stone
that
top of the
is
button.
jams there.
Okay.
Yeah, just going to try and pick that yellow one out. It's
Jams there as well.
like Gina said, it is a risky shot, but they might need to take a little risk now because it's not
What happens if
it's
they
not
go
sitting
top?
too good for them.
That might jam there. There might be.
Yeah, I think there's a few ways you can miss this
All or
one.
nothing.
If you're able to just catch it like nose hit or hair high, you might run it right back onto your redstone in the 1
Yeah.
foot.
So it's close to
Too
that.
high, you might catch the top bread, and that yellow stone and top button will jam onto the stones in the back there. Maybe you're going to have to catch that yellow stone top 1 foot quite thick to be able to spin the
But wait,
first yellow over the top of the red second shot.
Run it straight back. You're still gonna line one.
even control's not
We'll
too
see.
bad.
Okay.
Might give you a bit more room to get past the guard.
Yeah. It doesn't need to like if I get past the guard, I've made the shot.
Okay.
I think. Just past.
Right. That's it.
Cool.
So we'll go for it here.
Well, yep. Whoa.
Oh, that's a pretty good shot. Spells everything, and leaves Scotland sitting 2.
It's a big risk and a big reward, I guess.
Sorry, I wasn't there just so quick. I'm so sorry. Nice shot.
It could have been a disaster, but it turns out really, really great for Scotland. You could tell that Bruce Mowat really felt like playing that shot, so
That was a correct.
that was a good time to go with your gut.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get it over the top of those backstones, but I was able to spill both the red and the yellow far enough to leave them sitting 2. That's the kind of shot they've been missing so far in the game, making those key shots. as well as making a lot of simple mistakes.
A byly pomalejší, viď? Tak
No
asi
tak.
přidám maličko.
Yeah, so that back yellow one is also open, so
To trošku líp pojede.
Czech
Myslím,
Republic
těch 4-3 by to mělo být třeba.
gonna need some sort of good draw. I think they're gonna go with the Anna's intern, of course, she being a left-handed player. You can't even get a shot stone in here.
No, je docela jedu. 70.
Important just to get a good one in there and not leave Scotland a shot for 4.
Jenom váha. Jdeme výborně. Jenom ty si ho hlídej, jdeme výborně. Druhá můžeš.
And this is such a beautiful draw.
Krásný shot, Aniko.
It's a good way to reply to the really, really nice shot from Bruce. Puts a shot stone in there.
What one do you like?
And
Well, that one only gets
this
to
one
2.
we might see
Might get you 3 if you hit it.
Gina
Peak it.
now with the same sort of run back.
Go for that. You got more room for error.
Okay, let's go for this one then. Just here.
You want to sweep or call for line?
You call for line, it'd be easier to see from up here. Cool.
Yeah.
So it is Czech Republic lying one. After a few really exciting shots being made. And Gina Aitken is going to need to play this long run back to get Scotland a score of 2.
That's just a beautiful draw to get into the forfeit there. Scotland probably thinking they were a shoe in for 2.
Yep. Hard. Real hard. Hard.
Now is she going to get enough? Oh, and
oh. I can't believe the result from that shot. It is a steal of 3 for Czech Republic.
3 yellow.
it's so unlucky. Look how close she is to making this. And instead doubles, triples at her own.
That is painful to watch.
Yep, and really lucky for Czech Republic there. And they're now ahead 8-1 after 5 ends of play.
Jdou na pepečku. Jo.
So I think this is a smart call now by Scotland. Definitely need to get some points, and they've elected to use their power play. Sander, can you tell us more about power play?
Yeah, so basically what we're used to seeing is the centre guard and the stone back of the forfeit. But when you have last stone, you are allowed to use your power play, the one you have per game. And you basically end up with a corner guard, and that stone in the house will now be moved in front of the tee line directly behind the corner guard. And it really favours the team with last stone, because of course, just like in regular curling, you'd like to kind of spread the play out to the wing and keep the centre open and just allowing more room to score. And just starting off with the corner guard like that, you can really get a few points up on the board. But then is a beautiful little tech shot by Anna Kobeshkova. Have now basically taken that corner guard away, and we've ended up with a centre guard instead on this draw from Gina Aitken, pulling up short as well. That's already changed the end dramatically. No corner guard play for Scotland like they were hoping for, and now pretty much 2 centre guards, and Czech Republic will be able to come around them. Still not allowed to play the hit on the red stone. That is open. as there's only 4 stones in play, there needs to be 5. Or in other words, the 4th thrown stone at every end is when you are allowed to start hitting. Even stones in the house, guards, and your own stones as well. The straw just pulling up a tiny bit short. He's probably looking to at least nibble the blue forfeit there.
Yeah, still Scotland with the shot stone.
Wait only. Wait only. Bring it. Hard.
So good weight here. Let's try and get this buried as well. I think it'll be maybe half open. Czech Republic gonna go for the open red one and try and roll in. Again, just trying to shrink the scoring area for Scotland. Getting everything in towards the center line, getting it a bit more crowded. And very close to making a really good roll, but will actually spill all the way out of the rings. And rethrow for Bruce Mowat. Just going to try and get the same shot again. Get 2 in there.
Leave it tight.
Ben.
Hard, Ben. Line's good. It's all you. Switch if you can. Switch.
Well, it doesn't quite get buried, so that's a little bit in the open. Not sure if the double is there. Looking at the run back, firstly here, running that red stone back onto the yellow, back onto the red, but I think I'd be tempted to just maybe head directly onto the red stone here. By playing the run back, you might see that guard stick around in the house, still leaving 2 reds in play. Although you will open things up. See what they go for. Seems like he's lining up an in-turn, so maybe just playing the hit right on the red stone. I believe so. A lot of rotation here.
Aye, aye, aye is not normally what you like to hear, but yep, he spills the top red. Rolls out.
Ale to ty předchozí měli taky a přitom padali. No, jeden je pryč. Já jsem nechtěl oroštovat ten náš.
Hard for line. Real hard for line. Hard line.
I think weight's good.
Hard line all the way. Real hard line. Well, freeze it. Okay.
So maybe a little bit of miscommunication there. Bruce in the end saying freeze it, but I guess it was too late with all of that sweeping. And there will be a double available for Anna Kubeshkova.
It's not the easiest double in the world, but it's there. There's no risk playing it. At least you'll be getting rid of one red stone. And at max, give up a score of 2, which I think you'd be quite happy to do, seeing how this is the end where Scotland use their power play, and you'd still be 5 up.
Yeah, and they would still have their power play to use if they want.
Usually Sandra running out for the sweep.
OK.
1 and not 2. It'll leave a draw for the deuce. A draw that Scotland really needs to make to have any chance of turning this game around.
To je pěkný. Myslím, slušný výsledek na powerplay. Tím, že jsme jim tam nechali vlastně center guard.
And it's a possibility that Czech Republic's going to use their power play in the 7th end. If Scotland scores 2 here.
Don't panic if you're outside the thingy.
Feels all there. Make sure. Yep.
Need full 8 foot to get the game a little bit closer. This one's looking way short from Jean Aitken. Scotland would only pick up the 1, and we're going to see handshakes after 6 ends of play. It will be a win for Czech Republic, 8-2.
Yeah, a dominant performance from the Czech Republic. Scotland just couldn't get things going in that game. Made a lot of simple mistakes and a few big ones. And at least one really unlucky shot, obviously, in the 5th end with Gina Aiken's run back to score 2. Ended up giving up a stale 3. It was pretty hard to do that shot again, really. Just going to take you through the other scores while we wait for we'll interview with the winning team and the highlights. No other final scores so far, but Korea very much ahead of Slovenia, 9 shots to 2 after 5 ends of play. Romania has shocked everyone. They were down 7-0 to Turkey, but now scored 5 in the 5th end, so really game on there as Turkey have used their power play for the 6th end and putting some real pressure on the Romanians. All tied up on sheet B between Belarus and the Netherlands, 4 each, as they're playing the 7th end, I believe. And on sheet A, it's Norway with a 2-point lead and last stone advantage in the 6th end, and it looks like they've just drawn to score 3. So that would push the game into a 9 shots to 4 lead for Team Norway. Some highlights for you now. First end between Scotland and Czech Republic. It is the Czechs already lying 2, looking to draw for 3, but Anna Kubeshkova's draw just pulling up short. Still a 2-0 lead after 1 end. In the 2nd, it is the yellow stone in the 1 foot counting for the Czechs. And Scotland having to draw the button. Gina Aiken on the air turn. Just staying high and catching that corner. So a steal for the Czech Republic. Up 3-0 after 2 ends of play. Scotland would score a single in the 3rd as we move along to the 4th end. Seemingly 1 yellow counter before Kubeshkova making her shot just to nudge a 2nd shot over, and it will be good enough for 2. After 4 ends of play, it would be 5 shots to 1. And in the 5th end, A crucial shot for Scotland to score 2. It is a run back, but look what happens here. Yellow, red, red, red. All the red stones fly, and it's a steal of 3 for Czech Republic. A disastrous shot, very unlucky. And in the 6th end, down 7. Scotland with a chance to score 2 to at least try and turn this game around. The draw pulls away short.
Yeah, thanks.
A single will not be enough for Scotland to continue, and Czech Republic wins the game 8 shots to 2.
Ona to chce dát tamhle, víš?
Jsem pochopila.
Jo, že to vypadalo, že jí to chceš sebrat.
So just waiting for the interview with Jiří, Sandra and Anna Kubeškova. We'll have more curling for you later tonight. It is a very interesting game. It's USA playing Spain at 9 o'clock local time here in Karlstad, Sweden. And if you would like to keep yourself updated on the scores for this draw and next, you can go to the official website of the World Mixed Curling Championship, Mixed Doubles Championship rather. And I do believe we have our winners down in the mix zone.
You guys were really on fire out there today. What can you tell us about the game?
Yeah, we thought it's going to be a really tough game against Scotland, and after the yesterday game we were not really confident about the ice, about our weight, but we had a very good pre-game practice where we settled a bit, and we are prepared well, I think, for this game.
So what did you different in your pre-game practice today?
Well, we switched takeouts and draws. We concentrate on draws, and we pretty much find the line and find the speed.
Well, you did a really good job.
Thank you.
Looking forward through the week, what's your goal for the rest of the week then?
Well, we would like to win as many matches as possible, and we will see what happens next.
Well, best of luck to both of you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now we need to take a microphone. I think it's going to be...